subscribe and click the bell icon to turn on notifications.
We've made the files the instructor uses in this tutorial available for free. Just click the link below in the video details to get these.
Hello everyone and welcome back to this course on Word 2019 Advanced. We've made it all the way down to section 8. And in this section, I'm going to talk to you about different types of links or hyperlinks that you can add into your document. Now, links enable you to link to external documents, web pages, email addresses, and even different sections of a document. And they're extremely useful if you need to reference maybe something on the web, if you want to provide a quick way for someone to jump to another Word document or Excel spreadsheet, or even if you just want to help people navigate efficiently around your document. So in this module, I'm going to show you an example of each type of link that you can add into your documents. So on the screen here, I have opened the employment contract. And this is a reasonably short document. It's only 5 pages long, but we're going to add in some links into this document to make it a little bit more informative and easy to navigate. Now, there are a couple of different ways that you can add links into documents. You can right-click your mouse and you'll see that in the right-click menu, you have an option for link. Alternatively, if you jump up to the Insert ribbon, right in the middle there, we have a group called Links, and one of the options that we have is Link. So I'm going to say Insert Link. So now we get the Insert Hyperlink dialog box. And on the left-hand side, we have 3 options that we can link to: existing file or web page, place in this document, or email address. And we're going to go through each one of these. So first, let's look at existing file or web page. So you would use this option if you wanted to create a hyperlink to maybe another document. So for example, the document we're in currently is an employment contract. So maybe I want to link to a Word document that contains the full description of this particular job. I would do that from this option. Now, alternatively, I could link to a web page from this option as well. And that's the first thing that we're going to tackle. Now you'll see at the top here, it says text to display. So what do you want to display in the document? So when you add the link to your document, what do you want it to say? Now currently, this field for me is blank. So I could come in here and type in the text that I want to display. Or alternatively, if I click cancel on here, maybe I want to link to the government website that contains all the information related to the Employment Rights Act of 1996. So what I could do is select the text, right-click, and jump into link. And this time you'll see that the text to display is now the same as the text that I've got highlighted. So that's a more efficient way of doing things. What I can then do is just jump straight to the address field at the bottom and type in the web address. Alternatively, I have a browse the web option just here. So this will open up an internet window, and you can see mine is opened in Internet Explorer. I can then choose to go to the Employment Rights Act 1996. I can click on this link, which takes me to the correct government web page. And if I just close this down, you'll see that it automatically populates that address in the address field. I can click on OK. And there we go. I now have a hyperlink created, and you'll see as I hover over it, I get that little screen tip that says Control click to follow the link. Now, when you insert a link, it's going to show in this blue color. And blue denotes that the link hasn't been clicked yet. You'll see in a moment when we actually click on the link color will change. Now, unfortunately, you can't change the color of the clicked link, but you can change the color of the link prior to it being clicked. So if I wanted this to be red as opposed to blue, I can highlight the link, right-click my mouse, and I have a font option. And of course, from here, I can change the actual font, the font style, the size, the color, all of our usual font formatting options. So I'm going to change this to red, click on OK, and it's now appearing in red. When I hover over the link, I get a little screen tip that tells me hold down Control and click to follow this link. So if I hold down Control, you'll see that my cursor changes to a hand icon. Click on the link and it's going to open up a new window that jumps me straight to that specific web page. And what you'll see now is that now that I've clicked on that link, the link has changed to a purple colour. Now if I wanted to edit this link in any way, if I right click my mouse, I now have some additional options: edit hyperlink, open, copy and remove. So if I say edit hyperlink, it's going to pop open that box again, and I can replace the web address or change the text to display. Now something else that's worth doing is adding in a screen tip. Now you'll see over on the right hand side we have a button for screen tip, and we've talked about screen tips throughout this course. Every time we hover over an icon on our ribbon, we get a screen tip. And you can add your own screen tips to links so that people know exactly what's going to happen when they click on that link. So I'm going to click on the screen tip button and I'm going to add in some screen tip text. Click the link to jump to the Employment Rights Act 1996 on the government website. Click on OK, click on OK again, and now when I hover over, I get that information just above in that screen tip. So it's always recommended that you do add these in for informational purposes. Now another even quicker way that you can add in a link to a web page is simply by typing the web address. So if you look at the line underneath, it says, "You, Marcus Bird, began working for Kramer Martin Chase LLP." And maybe I just want to add the web address of the company website after the company name. So if I type in www.kmcllp.com, all I need to do is press the spacebar or the enter key, and it's automatically going to make that a hyperlink. And once again, I could go in, I could change the font color so that it matches the other hyperlinks that I have in my document. Now another thing I could do is link to an external document. So if I move a bit further down my employment contract, I have a section here for brief description of the job. And it says underneath, your responsibilities are set out in the job description attached to this statement. So if I have the full job description saved off in another Word document, I can add that in as a link as well. So let's right click and click on link. And we're going to stay on the same option, existing file or web page. But this time we're going to browse to find the file that we want to link to. So I'm going to click on the browse for file icon. I can see my document sitting just here, so I can select it, click on OK. I'm going to add a screen tip that just says full job description, click on OK again, and OK, and there we go. Now that link is kind of a little bit ugly, so you might want to tidy this up by editing it. So if I right click on the link and go to edit hyperlink, instead of it displaying the full path of where I've picked that document up from, I'm just going to change the text to display to job description and click on OK, and that now looks a lot neater. And if I hold down Control, it's going to open up that document. Now another cool way that you can link in documents is that you can link to different sections of the same document. So let's scroll down a little bit, and I'm going to go to this holiday entitlement section. And I'm going to add a piece of text underneath that says, see other paid leave. Now I have a section further down this document called other paid leave. So what I want to do is create a link that's going to jump me down to that specific section. So I'm going to select my text, right click and select link. And this time I want to choose the link to place in this document option. And what this will do is it will pull in all of the headings within your document. So again, this is really important that you have your document styled correctly with heading styles. So all I need to do now is scroll through my list of headings and find the heading that I want to link to. And I can see that it's this one just here, other paid leave. I'm going to add a screen tip. Click to jump to other paid leave benefits. Click on OK, OK again, and now I have a link. I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to right click and change the font color so that everything is consistent. And now if I hold down my Control key and click on the link, it's going to jump me to that specific section of the document. And the final type of link I'm going to show you in this module is how to link to an email address. So let's scroll all the way down to the bottom of this document. And you can see that under disciplinary rules and procedures, it says if you're unhappy with any disciplinary decision taken in relation to you, you can appeal by writing to Jane Doe. Now, it might be that I want the name Jane Doe to link to an email address. So I'm going to right-click and select Link. And this time in the Link To area, I'm going to say email address. And what I can do here is type in the email address for Jane Doe. And I can type in a default subject if I want to. So I'm going to type in inquiry. I'm going to add a screen tip that says click to email Jane Doe. Click on OK. Click on OK again. And now I have a link. So when you click on the link, it opens your default mail app. And you can see exactly what it's done. It's populated the email address and also the subject. Now, a couple of final points when it comes to adding in links. When you're linking to an external web page, sometimes it's nice to be able to control how that web page opens. So for example, this first link here that says Employment Rights Act 1996, I'm going to right click and I'm going to edit that hyperlink. And what I can actually do here is I can choose my target frame. So if I want that to open in a brand new window, I can click the drop down here and I can say New Window. And I'm going to set that as the default for all of my hyperlinks. Click on OK, click on OK again. And now when I click on my links, they're going to open in a brand new window. And of course, the final couple of options that you have, if you right click on any of your links, you can choose to open them from here. You can copy a hyperlink, or you can remove a hyperlink altogether, which will just take it back to plain text. Now, there is one option that we haven't explored in this module, and that is how to link to bookmarks. But we have an entire section on bookmarks, so I'm going to cover that then. But for now, that's it for this module. I will see you in the next one.
If you're not a subscriber, click down below to subscribe so you get notified about similar videos we upload. To get the files the instructor used in this tutorial and follow along, click over there. And click over there to watch more videos on YouTube from Simon Says It.